Welcome into RedRaiders.com. I'm Krista Pirtle, and we're going to check out Texas Tech's upcoming matchup against Oklahoma State, 8 p.m. on Wednesday. It's also Star Wars night, so people get excited and head out to the USA for all the festivities that that's going to bring. But to the game on the court, Coach Smith said in the Big 12 conference call on Monday that his team's mental psyche is a little damaged right now, and you would come to expect that. An overtime loss at Arkansas when Texas Tech pretty much had the game in the bag. They almost upset number 6 West Virginia. Buddy Hield does what Buddy Hield does, and Texas Tech loses by 24 on the road at Oklahoma. Then the Baylor game, Texas Tech loses in the final second of that game. So these guys are struggling a little bit. Coach Smith said today that in practice they worked on a couple of late game situations, trying to cover all the bases so the guys aren't surprised and they know what to expect in those situations. But throughout all this, the games come down to the wire and we focus on, okay, what could have happened better in this last 2-minute span, this last 3-minute span, or even the final minute? What could have happened better? Well, Coach Smith looks at it from the entire game and he says, look at the defensive breakdowns. At Arkansas, Dusty Hannes, everyone knows he likes to shoot the three-pointer. So Texas Tech would get up close on him defensively to keep him from shooting that shot, and then he'd just beat him on a back cut or off a screen. Instead of flaring out to the three-point line, he'd just curl around, go to the basket, and hit the layup. Coach Smith said that those were defensive breakdowns. The guys are not talking to each other. They are not communicating. They aren't saying, hey, there's a screen coming. Hey, you should go over. Hey, switch. We're going to make this work. Nothing's working that way, and you saw Dusty Hannes go for 3 quick and easy layups. And those 6 points, if Arkansas didn't have them, that game wouldn't have gone to overtime and Texas Tech would have gotten the victory. So it's a lot of these defensive breakdowns that Coach Smith really wants to see improve. And now looking at Oklahoma State, this team coming into the season didn't have the star power that it's had in the past with LeBron Nash, Marcus Smart, those guys, but they did have Phil Forte, the sharpshooter from when he steps on the floor, he's in range. Let's just be real. But 3 games into the season, he injured his arm, so he is out for the season. With him out, who is going to step up and fill his place? Juwan Evans, a freshman point guard, has done well. He's leading the team in points, rebounds, steals, and assists over the last 6 games, so he is doing what he needs to do. Now, while they have plenty of guards that can step up and have a balanced approach on the perimeter, inside, a guy by the name of Chris Olivier is really stepping up. He had 16 points in the road win at Auburn. He is the Cowboys' best guy who posts up, plays with his back to the basket, and is that old school post dude who goes to work and gets those easy baskets. Now, Norris Odiase was that guy for Texas Tech, and he knew how to defend it. Now he's out. So you've got Matt Temple, who's still trying to figure out what he can do in the Big 12 and, opposed to what he could do in the Rec League. You've got him, you've got Rokas Olvides, who is still trying to come along. Coach Smith said he's making improvements and they need to find time for him to play, but he's still a little iffy. And then Aaron Ross, who is kind of more of a 4, but he's been asked to play the 5, so who can match Olivier's physicality down low? Now, while all these questions are happening with Odiase's absence as to who is going to step up at the 5 position. At the 4, Zach Smith is doing what he does best. He is flying above the rim. You saw him have 2 incredible dunks at Arkansas. He had a block that was just, it was absurd is what it was. But in the past, let me find this. Odiase got injured the first half of the TCU game. So counting the TCU game and the 3 games since then, Smith has averaged 12.3 points, 8 rebounds, and 2.8 blocks per game. He is increasing his level of play. And one thing you saw with one of those dunks at Arkansas, it was they were getting the ball, trying to get the ball down the court. Arkansas had a full court press. The ball went to the point guard reversed the ball back to Zach, and he just dribbled it all the way down the floor, threw down the 2-handed slam at the end of the court. Last year, Zach Smith might have dribbled that basketball off his foot 1 or 2 times. This year, he's really worked on his ball handling, and you can see that in a lot of areas from Zach Smith. Now, if you want any more information on this game against Oklahoma State or anything else Texas Tech basketball, you can check out LubbockOnline.com and RedRaiders.com. I'm Krista Pirtle. Thanks for watching.